Right, cheers everyone. This is, well actually first, Happy Homebrew Wednesday, first one. This is the Victoria Regret. Interesting beer. I do this face. I put a little of citrus hops in it, thinking it'd be quite citrus. But I think the Victoria Regret has actually given it a very, what's the word, floral note. We'll have a tasting first. So yeah, on the nose, getting a lot of citra, but I'm getting something else, which when I first tasted it, when I first took it out of the keg, I went, no, I don't really like that. It's quite bitter, which is another issue I'll talk about. But it's growing on me. I sat down the other night, had 2 or 3, and he was on the 2 or 3, and yeah, it was quite nice. So I give it. It's had about 4 days in the keg now. It's getting better, but I don't know if I'd use the Victoria's Secret hops again. So I might go something different. So we'll see. It's only version 1, so we'll see what happens. So you know, go into the count. Good moustache. So yeah, nice and fruity, with on the back floral note. A lot bitter than I was expecting. I brewed this at about 40 IBUs, but because I stuffed up my, it was such a horrible day, I stuffed up my volumes really badly. I only ended up having 17 litres going into the keg, which was probably about 3 litres down from what I was expecting. So I've still got to investigate that and backtrack where I've gone wrong. So I'd say the IBUs are higher. It ended up being about 6.1, which was about where I wanted, so it was one good thing. But yeah, it's very drinkable. Clarity is actually very good. I had a few comments about using gelatin to get the haze out. It works really well for me. When I took this from primary to secondary, it was very hazy, and yeah, you'd almost think this was going down the lines of a New England IPA. But what was it, 2 days cold crashed with the gelatin. I was in a rush to go to a mate's 50th, and then in the keg force carbed it, and I've changed that around too. This is my second beer in the keg, and my first one, just listening to people, you know, you put it up to 40 psi for 1 or 2 days, force carb it, and then bring it down to your operating temperature, which for me seems to be about 12 psi. And it was as foamy as hell all the way through. Which, you know, I was suffering around with beer line, my length of my beer lines, everything. So this time, I just had a few passing comments from a few people that they just kept it at their operating pressure, and yeah, it's coming up very fast. I'll hopefully put the clip on that of me pouring it. It's coming out very fast. So any ideas of how, I do think it is too fast. So you guys will have to tell me yes or no. Whether I need to lengthen my beer lines. I might have them too short now, but I seem to be operating at around about 5 degrees, and was going through my calculations, it seemed to be about right. Is 12 psi too much? Maybe I need to drop it a bit more. Yeah, so some few ideas on that would be lovely, guys. Hang on a minute, getting dry. Yeah, so I had a lovely weekend last weekend. Went to the Auckland food show. It was a bit of a rush. I'm at work at the moment. I'm in the middle of calving season, dairy farmer, so it's manic. But anyway, I was able to get up a bit early enough, and they had 7. They actually had, in this massive food show, a brewery lane. So they had all the different craft brewers there. They had, I should better name them actually, Batch Brewing, Timata, Harrington's, Behemoth, what else? Good list there. Batch Brewing Beer Jerk Tomato. Good George, which I love. They do a lovely Doris Plum cider. It's just, I drink it so much. Yeah, so they're really good. So I actually had a mate's 50th to go to, so we actually got him 2.5 litre growlers of a Pilsner in the Doris Plum for his 50th, which was really good because everyone else got him whiskey. I think we were the only ones that got him beer, so it was quite funny. And while I was there, I subscribed to a beer club called Beer Jerk, and essentially they send you out 12 beers, and on Wednesday you get an email telling you what beer to drink, and then on the Thursday you drink that particular beer, do a review on it with everyone else who's actually drinking it at the same time. So I'm presuming there's other ones around the world like this, but yeah, they're quite good. They guarantee you never drink the same beer twice. Some of the beers they had on offer were quite not weird, unusual, but definitely craft brewers who are trying new things and pushing the frontiers, which as craft brewers you love. So that was quite neat. And so yeah, when that box arrives, it kind of means, because I'll be doing a review on the Thursday. By the time I put my clip up, it'll be around about Homebrew Wednesday anyway, so I'll probably end up doing a review of whatever those beers I get on my Homebrew Wednesdays. So that works out pretty tickety-boo, so it's good. It's heavy. Something else I got when I was there was from Mike's Brewery. They actually had this little 6-pack to go. I think it was about $20. And they had some really, really good beers on offer, plus a good t-shirt. So, what have they got? A full Nelson IPA, which would be really, really good. Long Line Lager. Quite sport for choice, really, for lagers in New Zealand. We seem to do a lot of them here, so which is would be quite interesting how that one is. A vanilla coffee porter, so that's going to be yum. One more pale ale, so it's just it's a gold medal one though, is it? Bronze at the 215 awards, so that should be good. They're very, very nice, drinkable beers, really nice. Pilsner, New Zealand Pilsner. So, what's that coming at 5%? Traditional Czech, German lines. Doesn't say. Flavour bursting with lime, zesty citrus aromas. That sounds really nice. And then the last one, which is interesting for me because I'm going to be doing a brew along these lines, is a grapefruit pale ale. Because I was asking them about, do you add juice of the citrus or the zest? And I know most people do zests, and that was the line I was going along. They recommended juice because they say with the citrus acid, citrus oils kind of fight with what you're trying to do with the hops at the end of the brew. So I'm in two minds now because my next brew, I've nearly got the ingredients for, is going to be a key lime pie wheat beer. So toasted coconut. I was going to use lime zest. I'm still toying whether I'm going to put a bit of lactose in it. I'm toying with that idea. And then with wheat and lager, or wheat or pilsner to make the malt build up, and using hops is going to be Mandarin Bavaria, which I've got 200 grams of that. So that is where I'm looking at going. Hopefully we'll get that done probably hopefully in the next month. Going to be pretty busy. Pretty hard for me to get half a day to do a brew at the moment, so hopefully I can get that done. But I'll work away at accumulating all the ingredients, and then I can get that done. So I think that's about where I am at the moment. Yeah, give me comments about my keg issues. Like I say, I'm very new to kegs. I'm loving it, but it's all very new to me, and trying to learn as quickly as possible. Yeah. So, cheers, boys. And don't forget to subscribe or like. It would be fantastic. I've got 15 followers now, which is neat, and I'm loving talking to you guys, and all you guys out there. I'm in awe of some of the beers that you're doing. So keep it up. It's it's a fantastic little pastime we all have. So see you later, guys. Bye.